afternoon, everybody. I'm Linda Kay, the Pink Chick Psychic, and I have a whole lot to share about with you today. I wanted to talk to you about fear of driving. I realize that there are many people out there that are afraid to drive, and I was one of them until the age of 40, and I'm 62 now. It all stemmed from some childhood issues and fear of being in control and some other issues about fear of being run over. And so I just wanted to share with you how I overcame my fear of driving. And if I can overcome it, you can. What happened is, until I was 40, I felt like I was living life in slow motion. It was like I took buses everywhere, and sometimes I'd have to take 2 and 3 buses, and I had to wait for people to pick me up to go somewhere. It was very frustrating, and I was angry every single day, but my fear and my phobia were so strong that it held me back. Then I would say right around the time I was 40, so this is like, I'm now 62, I started going to CODA, Codependence Anonymous. Now, the only reason I was going there wasn't for fear of driving, it was for like relationships, but I decided I needed to go. And by some miracle, I started doing the steps on my fear of driving. And within a couple of weeks, my parents called and they said, you know what? We're sick of you not driving. We're giving you our car, but we got to get some things fixed on it, and we're buying ourselves a new car. Well, inside I was freaking out because I really didn't want to get a car. I mean, I sabotaged myself until I was literally 40 years old. What happened is my excuse was I didn't have enough money. So whenever I had extra money, I would spend it so that I wouldn't have to buy a car. That's how strong my fear was. So when I had no way out, when my parents said that they were giving me the car, I totally freaked out, but I didn't share that with them. So after they got everything fixed, they called me and they said, okay, come get your car. So of course my dad came and picked me up, and my best friend at the time, she came over and she followed me home, and I was shaking in my boots the whole time. And so whenever I went anywhere, I knew I had to use the car. So whenever I went anywhere, I'd drive a block and cry, stop and cry. I'd drive a block and I'd stop and cry. I'd drive a block and I'd stop and cry. Well, pretty soon the block became 2 blocks and 3 blocks, but I felt that fear and I did it anyway. And that's how I got over my fear of driving. So if I can do it, you can do it. Seriously. Because once I started driving, my life opened up. I had more of a social life. I got around more. I was no longer angry. My life just picked up, and it was no longer felt like I was living in slow motion. And so I am very grateful to me being able to overcome that fear. And my second fear after that was fear of driving on the freeway. Well, as a nudist, my nudist resort in California was 45 minutes away, and the only way you could get there was by freeway. My fear was not strong enough. I mean, it was there. But what was interesting was that my desire to be at that resort was stronger than my fear, and I overcame it. So, if you want your life to open up, feel the fear and do it anyway. And as your psychic, I can work with you on discovering the true thoughts and feelings that are going on inside of you and your beliefs about yourself. I am clairvoyant and clairsentient. And so contact me at pinkchick.com. I'm on Facebook, facebook.com/pinkchickpsychic. And also I have an app called Pink Chick Psychic app. So hope to hear from you soon and have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye now.